The 2018-2019 season was supposed to be the season of Lonzo Ball and the LA Lakers. That is because LeBron James decided to come to LA to help the Lakers not only get to the playoffs, but win an NBA championship. And that was due to the fact that Lonzo Ball also decided to get into the gym, work out, had a new baby. The Big Baller brand was doing better than ever, and also, trying to create this buzz about him so that way his first season, which was kind of a struggle, and I would say, an unfair criticism to criticize Lonzo Ball on, and wanted to work to get better the second season. But it seemed that the second season was even riddled with more injuries and more situations where it seemed that he struggled. And that was just due to the fact that he had an ankle problem, and the Lakers came out and talked to him about his shoes, and it just led to this whole situation. I think the first thing I want to say before we get into that is that I've watched a numerous amount of shoe YouTubers or people that review shoes like Wear Testers, and I really trust his opinion on basketball sneakers, because that's where I try to pick up most of my sneakers at, what I play in. I trust his ability and the fact that he knows that the ZO2s that came out, that those were good shoes. And I don't think the shoes were the biggest issue. But that's not even the biggest thing that we're going to talk about for Lonzo Ball, because not only is he taking L's on the court, he is taking L's off the court. And the L that he is taking right now off the court is the fact that Alan Foster, the co-owner and co-founder of Big Baller Brand, has been stealing money from the family and also been stealing money from Lonzo Ball, who earned and worked his butt off to get all that money, was just stolen from him. It was just absolutely taken away from Lonzo Ball, and is now in a situation where Lonzo was looking at everything, and one of, I believe, who was it? His financial advisor, that is Lonzo Ball's, talked about how there was money being stolen or there was money missing, so that's why their taxes couldn't go through. And Lonzo said, check out Alan Foster, LaVar. He talked to his dad to tell him to check it out, see what's going on. And we come to find out that LaVar Ball didn't really do a very good, well enough job, because we know that Alan Foster, if you guys don't know, is a close family friend of Lonzo and LaVar's. Just because Lonzo and the son of Alan Foster became friends in the 7th grade, they've been best buddies ever since, and now it's looking that LaVar Ball trusted the wrong guy. I've defended LaVar Ball numerous amount of times on this channel. I've said that LaVar Ball has been very smart. The JBA was a very smart idea, and I think that it'll create the G League to do the same thing, and eventually maybe, like we talked about in numerous videos, it might lower the age limit in high school, not high school, but pros, so that way they can go from high school to the pros. And I think that LaVar Ball having another league is another option for one of those kids that doesn't make it quite from high school to the NBA, can find a place, an area to where he can work on his craft and work on his skills. But now we've come to find out that this has been all a sham. And like I said, I've defended LaVar Ball in numerous amount of times, numerous amount of occasions. The one thing I did not defend him on was sending his son LaMelo over to Europe to play basketball. That was one thing that I just did not agree with. And this to me hurts my heart, and it also hurts my heart for Lonzo, because we try to make our parents proud each and every day in what we're doing, whether it's what I'm trying to do here on YouTube or whether it's something I'm trying to do in my basketball career for coaching. I try to make my parents proud each and every day, and Lonzo Ball worked his butt off along with his two brothers, Jello and Melo, to become NBA superstars and to all play on the Lakers, because that was LaVar Ball's dream. But we come to find out that the Big Baller brand was all, in fact, for LaVar Ball. It was never for his sons, and we all knew that in our deep heart of hearts, and I should have known that even now, that it was all about LaVar Ball. But something told me that maybe, just maybe, it was just to help out Lonzo Ball and Melo and Jello to create a content and create sneakers and create merchandise that'll eventually sell out and help out the family and create a family business. And one thing that a lot of people tell you not to do is to have your family run your money, and also to have your family run a business together, because sometimes you guys can butt heads, and it just creates a whole different energy than we've ever seen before. And right now, like I said, my heart hurts for Lonzo Ball, because you trusted your parents. You trusted LaVar Ball to give you the keys to the kingdom, the keys to success, because that's how hard you wanted to work for. You wanted to be an NBA player. You wanted to be a college ball player, and he got all of that. But he could have had more. We remember that Nike and Adidas were trying to get Lonzo Ball to sign with them, but his dad said, you know what? No, we're going to go and bet on ourselves, and we're going to go with the Big Baller brand. And it just ended up biting him in the butt. And the biggest question to me was, why did you not look into Alan Foster's past? A guy that's had a criminal, I'm sure he's known that he had a criminal record. He had gun possession, which was one of them, but they didn't know about the fraud. They didn't know that he scam people. There was stuff in there that you should have checked out, and Alan Foster, to me, is the biggest scum on the earth. I'm sorry. Alan Foster is a guy that should really just disappear, because it's unfair and it's not right that these NBA players trust family friends. And that's the thing that sucks about this whole thing, because it's not only happened to Lonzo Ball, it's happened to numerous amount of people. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, a lot of these NBA players have been shafted by their friends, by their family, their own family they've been shafted by. And you're telling me that this to me just reeks of something that LaVar Ball needs to mend the fences and has to build a relationship back up with them, because we know that LaVar Ball has talked for all three sons. But now I'm going to be more interested to see if Lonzo, if Melo, if Jello will talk for themselves when they go to guys like the Undisputed shows, The Herd, First Take, whatever podcast they want to go on to. Hopefully, if you guys want to come on to ours, come on to ours. But come on here and tell us the truth about what happened in this whole situation, and just talk about your feelings. I want to know what you think about your basketball career. What do you think about Luke Walton? What do you think about the coaching staff in LA? Let me know, because right now it just seems that LaVar Ball is talking for his sons, and we've all known that. And I don't think that anyone can fault him, because they've just been sheltered the whole life. But Alan Foster, man, that one should hurt. That one is probably the biggest kick in the face, throwing when a man is down. I mean, Lonzo Ball was not having a good season, and this is an even bigger distraction. And I'm hoping that after this whole thing, Lonzo can use this energy and frustration from his dad and Alan Foster to build his career back up and get to where we thought he was going to be, a Jason Kidd-esque like player, triple-double machine every night, 12 points, 10 assists, 9 to 10 rebounds. That's what I want to see Lonzo Ball do. And that's just the thing that just it was just wholeheartedly frustrating too, is the fact that Lonzo Ball has also deleted all the posts that are dealing with LaVar Ball, except for one, which I believe was like a happy birthday one, but there was numerous amount of pictures in it. There's no mention of Big Baller Brand. There's no mention of LaVar Ball. Lonzo Ball is just done. I think he's done with the brand. I think he doesn't even want to do anything with it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Big Baller Brand. Are people now going to be like, we don't want to buy anything from there. We don't want to buy the shoes. We don't want to buy the t-shirts. Because Alan Foster, is, like I said, is one of the biggest scumbags on the earth. And the fact that he was allowed to get away with this is absolutely ridiculous. And it's a caution tale of many NBA players coming into the league, and many high school athletes that have family friends that are working with them, or friends that are working with them. You have to know them 120,000%. You know the phrase, keep your enemies close, but your friends closer, because loyalty only happens to the person that last feeds you, right? That's the only way you buy loyalty. That's the only way loyalty is even here. It's just the fact that if you can't even do that, that is just ridiculous. And the worst part about it, and the frustrating part about this, is that Lonzo Ball had an opportunity to sign with Nike or an Adidas with like a $10 million contract. Now, I don't even know if he's going to be able to get the product. I don't know if he's going to have to pay for his own shoes. Probably not. He's going to get Laker brand shoes. The Lakers are going to get him his shoes. But he might get a Nike deal, but it might just be for the product. It might not even be for, a $5 to $10 million deal, or a $1 or $2 million deal. It might just be for the product. And that, to me, like I said, is the most frustrating part about this whole thing, is the fact that Lonzo Ball trusted LaVar Ball. We all trusted LaVar Ball. I think not only is Lonzo and the whole family disappointed in LaVar Ball, I think everybody that was supporting his movement, supporting the Big Baller Brand, is disappointed in what we found out and what we discovered from Alan Foster and LaVar Ball. We know that LaVar Ball didn't know about Alan Foster's past that much, but it was Lonzo Ball who said, "Dad, I need you to look at Alan Foster's past and let me know, because there's something suspicious about him that I don't quite get." And the fact that even Melo came out and said, "Thank you for, figuring this out and helping us out." Melo doesn't even want to be involved. We know that Melo wanted to go back to high school, but LaVar Ball said no. I really want to get an interview with Melo or Lonzo or even Jello to figure out what is going on. I'm sure Jello would have taken the suspension in UCLA and would have just played next season. He would have been playing right now. He would have been playing in the tournament. He would have been playing with Shareef O'Neal. Unfortunately, Shareef O'Neal with the heart surgery, but maybe even next year, because we know that Jello isn't supposed to be projected to be an NBA talent, but we could have seen that, Shareef O'Neal Jello matchup. That's something that I wanted to see. That's something that I'm sure Jello wanted to get to, but his dad just disappointingly didn't check out Alan Foster's pass, and it's costing them. It's cost them millions of dollars, especially Lonzo Ball, like I talked about. It cost him probably $10 million to not sign with Nike, but to bet on his own brand. He could be a double-digit millionaire. But instead, we're talking about him being upset with his dad and deleting Instagram posts, doing all this stuff. That is the frustrating part about this whole thing, and I hope that Lonzo Ball can get some closure with this whole thing, and maybe the relationship can get repaired. But right now, we need to make sure that Lonzo Ball, the whole family, the dad, we need to give them space and let them figure out what's going on. And like I said, I'm hoping in my heart of heart, because I believe in Lonzo Ball, that he can be a Jason Kidd-esque player. I'm hoping that he uses all this anger, all this frustration from LaVar Ball and what he caused to help his game for the next level. I'm hoping that his third season is his breakout season where he is just scoring 20 points a game. He has multiple 20-point games, maybe averaging about, 15 to 16 points a game with 11 to 12 assists and maybe 9 to 10 rebounds. I'm hoping that's the case next season, because for LaVar Ball's sake, it's going to be hard to repair that damage with the family, because we all know that when you get screwed over by a friend or a business partner that you don't know of, it hurts. But the thing that hurts even more is the fact that you got screwed over by your own dad and your own family, and someone that's supposed to be a family member to you in Alan Foster. I'm hoping that Alan Foster gets what he deserves. I'm hoping that he gets all that money that he stole taken back from him, and making sure that he never talks to the Ball family again, because this to me is an absolute travesty of what happened with Lonzo Ball, and it's absolute travesty that even happens to NBA players, but it does. And I'm hoping that the players that are going further in their NBA careers, or people that are in high school that want to go to the pro levels, take financial classes, learn about this stuff, and make sure that you have someone that's your right-hand man, your go-to, right-hand woman, whoever you want it to be, your right hand, your go-to. And figure out if someone's screwing you over or not. Family friend, business partner, whatever it is. And if I'm Alan Foster, shame on you. Honestly, shame on you for doing that. Because it's honestly the biggest kick in the nuts. The fact that you were able to steal that money from the Ball family when you had that past yourself. And I believe you stole money from people that were going to church. I believe that's what I heard from Undisputed this morning. It's absolutely a travesty, and I hope and pray that Lonzo Ball figures out what he's gonna do, whether he's gonna keep the Big Baller brand or not, whether he's gonna dismember it or just have nothing to do with it at all. Because right now, if we go on the Big Baller brand website, when we go on the website, we see that his shoes are still available, but at the same time, I'm going to be surprised if he wants to say, I want nothing to do with this, take my name off the shoe brand. And that's the thing that sucks about the whole thing, is that the shoes are actually a good pair of basketball shoes. Brand Black is the people that helped create the Big Baller brand shoes, or the cast that they get it from. And Brand Black is a very trusted NBA, or I should say basketball sneaker apparel, because they worked with guys like Jamal Crawford, and they are actually very reputable. And the guy, like I talked about, Wear Testers, is someone that I trust, and he says that he loves these shoes because of the traction. I believe him. And that's the thing that sucks, is that they created a good product, but the thing that, like I said, the kick in the nuts is the fact that Alan Foster stole money from the Ball family, and especially Lonzo Ball, and costed him, LaVar Ball costed Lonzo tens of millions of dollars to just work on his brand instead of trying to sign with Nike. That's the biggest kick in the nuts. But anyway, guys, I want to know your guys' opinion on this story. What do you think should be the cautionary tale of this LaVar Ball, Lonzo Ball story? And also, do you guys think that Lonzo Ball and Melo will come out in the media and do an interview, a podcast on this whole situation? Because I think it'd be a very important and also very serious topic, and very important lesson for all of us that are trying to become our own business people, become our own business, to figure out what it really takes and what goes on behind the scenes, because I would love to know their opinions on it. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Also remember to hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss our NBA content. Like I said, guys, we're giving you the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, we want you to comment in our comment section and talk about different things, because we want to create a community here on this YouTube platform, and maybe other platforms as well, Instagram, Twitter, but mostly I want to try and work on Instagram and YouTube, see what happens from there. But anyway, guys, like I said, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.